Hello, Midnight Coders, and welcome. We've got a fun one tonight. All right, we're going to explore Java. We're going to raw dog the Java, and we're going to use no libraries, pure Java 25. We're going to make a little TCP connection so that we can telnet in to our local host and chat, or we can have somebody third party reach and it's gonna be networking and Java and fun and ooh goody goody goody. It's time for coffee. I hope you're ready. I hope you're excited. Prof and I are gonna build. Well, I'm gonna build the server part that's gonna connect and then Prof is gonna build the client afterward that's gonna connect here. So we're gonna start with me. I'm gonna write out the Java side. I'm gonna push it all to Git after we make sure it works, and then Prof's gonna pull it locally and work his magic. So
Hell
make
yeah.
make sure you've got that full cup of coffee, and let's dive on in.
Yeah, let's dive in. I already have my questions prepared, so you better be ready.
Questions? Oh, we're just gonna fucking go with this, man. All right, so here we are with a
Yeah, just
bare
go.
bones. Oh wait, I gotta totally just realized I had my music going in the background, so that I'm probably gonna get copyright flagged on the opening of this. Fuck. Okay,
Uh-oh. Not good.
I gotta take that out post edit. I gotta take that out post edit. All right. So, as you see here, we are starting with a blank Java project. This is going to be the Midnight TCP. It is going to be a Maven 25. Let's go.
Let's go.
All right. So,
Uh,
to start out, this looks good. Good job. Okay. Now to start out, we're gonna pop into the main. It did not make me my sample code I was hoping for. All right,
no
so
main class?
dev dot midnight coder dot. No, there was nothing for this one. Um, we're just gonna call this TCP, and then we're gonna call this. This will be the
Maybe
midnight.
call it TCP server because we're gonna have a TCP client.
I suppose TCP server.
I guess. Yeah, let's go.
Hmm.
Uh,
All right, so now
mm-hmm.
this is going to have our public main, so we're just going to go with void main, and we are going to go
Oh, we don't
right
need to
in.
make it public.
No, buddy, not in 25, not in 25. Don't have to put static, don't have to put
Oh,
that.
hell yeah.
Ooh, it's going to be good. All right, now I do need to make a midnight room. So let's go into here. I'm going to
Mhm.
make a whoop,
So we're
uh,
writing a sort of chat server over TCP, right?
yeah. So the idea is that really, I made a folder, not a file. Really? You didn't catch that? Didn't tell me I was doing something stupid?
Oh.
You should have told me I was doing something stupid, Prof. What's wrong with you, man? All right.
uh,
So,
I was looking at what you were writing, and I was thinking for sure IntelliJ know what's up, right? Right, and nope, it doesn't.
nope. No, they do not. They're apparently not that strong or smart. And this is going to be a map of string and print writer. Print writer.
So what's a print writer?
It's a thing that prints and writes data. uh, okay,
Let me
one
look.
second.
Yeah. Of course, there's not a
Clients.
surprising answer. I'm meaning. Let me take a look at the Java
Clients
docs on print
equals
writer.
new concurrent. We're gonna make a new concurrent hash map. So the idea here is we're gonna keep a list of clients. They're gonna be able to join, and we're gonna broadcast messages to everybody. So we're gonna have a
All right.
public boolean join. Yeah, that about looks right. Sort of, kinda. Except for this bit. I don't know what the hell is going on there.
Put
So if client contained key return false, We're gonna do this because
So what
basically
is the
this.
Boolean return value meant to mean?
Well, in this case, we're gonna say writer username's already taken. So in this case, if the user tries to join the room, um,
Mhm.
this is just what letting us know whether or not it was a successful join. So in this case, if the client contains the username, so if they're already in this room, then we're just going to say, okay, the username is already taken, return false, they did not connect. Otherwise, we're just going to go ahead and say clients, stick them in here, and return true.
And return true. Okay.
And the next thing we want to do
So
is
the
give
Boolean is basically whether we have success, right?
yeah, whether we're successfully connected or not to the room, or whether we joined the room.
Okay.
Because the idea is going to be
Okay.
there's going to be like
Perfect.
a main room, and then you can create a
Hmm.
separate room if you wanted to, and all of those are going to get handled through virtual threads. So
All right. Let's do just one for starters, and then we can have them
exactly,
multiply.
and then we'll have our spawns just multiply and take over the world. Yeah, we're totally.
Oh man, you've had too much coffee.
I've had way too much coffee. I'm gonna point that out right now. Be prepared for me, guys. I am caffeinated. It's
Oh
great.
no.
Oh yes. Okay, so kind of
So
sort
in
of what I
chat, Mr. Bubble says he got his coffee at 1:30 a.m. Do you hate your sleep schedule, bro? What
no.
the
Oh my god. Formatted
hell? Okay, so broadcast a message.
format.
So presumably this function is going to, well, broadcast a message to all the clients.
Yep. This is gonna have. Why do I have this? Okay. This
So
needs
why do we need
a
to format the message?
sender and a message, and then down here we're
Uh-huh,
gonna have
that's
a
why we're
sender and
formatting
a
it. Okay.
message. And then client, for each client, then we're gonna come through the
Oh my god,
writer,
what is that?
and we're going to write them. So this is just gonna go over each of the connected clients in the room, and it's gonna take
I
each of
didn't
those,
know that
and
map
it's
had that API. Wow.
oh
Okay,
hell
okay,
yeah.
okay.
We just because we're just
I
taking the
need to check out
values.
the.
We're taking the values
Mhm,
of the client, so it's going to grab
mhm.
the just all of the keys basically, and for each of oh sorry for each of the for each of the values, which is the print writers, which is technically the client that in this case, if that's what they're connected via, that's how we're writing data to them. So for each of those connected clients, we want to go through each writer, and we're going to print out the formatted message in this case, which is how everybody's going to get a message. So now back over here in the main area, um, we now need to keep track of a tune room, which is going to be a midnight
Yeah,
room.
so that's gonna be our default room basically until we again start multiplying.
Yes, because now we're going to come down here and we're going to make a try with resource. So we're going to try this. We're going to have a server. This is going to be the server here. So we're going to create a new server socket. There it is. And this is going to be the port. So this is going to be 42069 giggity giggity goo. And
Nice.
from here we are going to print out a little message. Uh, print line server started on port. Whoop, on port. Sure, we'll do that.
Yeah, what the hell is
Why
the
not?
AI thinking? Why
Why not?
why not just put the number there too?
Because this here sets it up with this. So instead of having a redundant
Uh,
number down here, like I could theoretically set this as a
uh,
variable up here and just be a final variable. Like I could have
yeah,
extracted it, but I don't tend to reuse it, so it's just here. And then once the server's
yeah,
created, I can then just tell it, okay, give me the port number that we're connected on.
I see.
And
So
now
what's
from
wrong with the server socket? Why is it underlined red?
oh, because I haven't caught anything yet, so I need to add exceptions. So it would be throw
Oh,
this
throws. Oh, I see,
or
I see, I see.
or I could just come down and catch it. So I just I haven't dealt with the error yet, so that's all that is.
Oh, I see.
Uh,
I see.
so now we're going to make a while true. So we're going to do
Mm-hmm.
something continuously here, and this is going to be, yeah, kind of,
Just
sort of.
for my understanding, we are at no point are we explicitly specifying that the server socket is a TCP protocol. So I guess it's implicit in the definition of the server socket class that it's meant to be TCP.
Correct.
I see.
Okay, and new virtual thread. Not this. Jesus Christ. Go away. This.
Wait, so that's a new API for starting virtual threads, no?
Mhm.
The
And we
the
need to.
old API was like thread.builder.off virtual or something.
Yeah, so we need to put a runnable in here. So the next thing we need to create is a session. So we're going to create
Alright,
a
I see.
midnight session. Um, and this
I
guy
see.
is going to implement runnable. There we go. And up here, I'm going to have a private final socket. There's our sock.
Socks. Yeah.
There's our
Socks making a comeback.
exactly.
You remember the socks story from the C++ stream?
I
Got a lot
do.
of socks.
Oh my God, was there ever? All right, so now we need to explicitly add these here. And then inside of run, we're going to have another try with resource. This one is going to be a fun one because it's going to have two things. So we're going to have sort of kind of in and out. So we're going to have a var in, but this is going to be a new buffered reader, which is going to be a new input, type it right, and that's the input stream. Yes, that about looks right. So, no, go away. Give me the friggin' import. Import. There we go. And now we need an output, which is buffer, which is kind of this, except it's a print writer output,
Okay,
and
midnight session. So I set a socket in the room. Nice.
da, 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 da.
In is the buffered reader from. Okay, so it reads from the socket and the.
Why does that not like me?
Mm, I don't know.
Why does it
I don't
output
think that
anything?
maybe out is a reserved word.
No, it's not, which is I think it's just weird that it's okay, what the hell? I got this to here.
You may need a semicolon instead of the comma.
Oh my God, yes, that do. Thank you. I knew I was doing something wrong. Oh my God, thank you.
uh, the 20 minutes of Java experience striking back against the 20 years.
All right, so now we got to make our little message. So we're gonna say this here, but I'm gonna duplicate this because I want this to be
Nicely
like
formatted.
this, do this, do that. That looks okay. And now I want to ask the person for ask them for a username. So now we're going to say o dot println um, enter a username, and from here we're now going to say the var username is the read line. Yes, thank you, IntelliSense. Um, and then we're going to say join var joined is if they've joined. And then if they haven't joined, so if not joined, or yeah, if not joined, we're just gonna simply return and stop.
I see.
Otherwise, we're going to say room broadcast so and so joined the room, and we are going to have a string for a line. And now while the line, I think I gotta put this in here. So while the line, line type, um, while the line is equal to in dot read line does not equal null.
So okay. So
Let
to
me think of a
remind
better
myself,
oh,
the in variable represents
the
the
input.
client's input, right?
Correct. There we go.
Okay. So right. So every session, so the socket upstairs is the client socket,
Yeah, that would be
right? So the
the yeah,
socket
that's
member field is the client.
yeah, that's the client connecting, and we're grabbing the output and their input.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Exactly. Okay.
And now if well, I mean in this case here, if the line is equal, or sorry, equals exit, if they know if they're just if they're saying exit, um, or I guess in our case we'll make sure it's slash exit, so that's a little more specific.
Mhm.
Um, then we're just going to
It's a
fuck exit.
that's an interesting syntax, right? Oh, I see. Okay. That's an interesting
So
syntax you just used there in the condition of the while loop. You
yeah,
did
so
both initialization and check.
yeah, so here I'm initializing the line to being that of what we're taking in, what the user puts in, and
Right.
so long as that input is not null, because this is blocking, this inline is blocking while it
Right.
waits. So long as the input's
Mm.
not null, we're going to go ahead and process the input. So now we're going to say, okay, if the input it was
Mhm.
slash exit, we're going to say so and so has left the room, and then I believe I have room dot leave. No, I don't have a leave yet. Screw it. Once you're in, you're in. That's it.
I
Once
see.
you're once you're in that once you're in, you're in. We'll handle commands a little bit later. Um,
I see.
so we'll do commands later.
Yeah, you're
Otherwise,
in.
we're
You're
just
in.
gonna say
You can. The only way to get out is to take task manager and kill the process.
for the time being, yes, we'll make an exit here in a bit. But the idea is to get you connected,
I see.
and then this is going to broadcast the message that you said to anybody and everybody who is listening. And this is going to be sys error because I don't like that underline. Okay, so now we go back to the main server, and in here we need to then pass this a new midnight session client room. That's all happy, and then we come down here and we catch the IO exception, and everything's happy in this part. Everything is good here. Everything is good in the room. We should be good to run this. We should be good to run this, just 3 files.
Mhm.
So in here, if we run this, here we go. We're now listening here. So if I pop open a terminal, and if I
Uh-huh.
say telnet localhost uh,
And
for
space, as we recently found out.
2069. Okay. So now we're going to come in here and it's going to say, hello, look at this. We're in. Oh my God, it's the cafe. We need coffee.
Nice.
Okay. My
Hell
name
yeah.
is Glabe. Glabe joined the room.
And right.
Hello. Glabe says hello. Everybody would see that.
That's
How,
cool.
how can I prove that? Let's pop open another window. We have 2 windows here, side by side. Let's go with, can we join this again? Ooh, I can't do it. Okay, so telnet Localhost 42069. Who are we? We are not Glave. See that? Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. I joined. I joined.
Nice.
Oh my
So it's
god.
broadcasting.
Hello. Oh my god. It works. Oh, yay. It works. That was fun. So,
Okay.
what next? Well, I want a interface. I want a midnight. Oh, we'll call this an I command. So this is going to be a command, um, which is just simply going to implement this,
Mhm.
and it's going to take in a print writer and a string array. And I don't like that. I like my dots. I'm just a little OCD like that, cool. All right, so now how do we implement a command? Well, we're going to come in here, make another class. This bad boy is going to be help, just so that we can represent how to make a command. All right, now this guy's going to implement I command. Got to handle that bad boy, and this is just going to be for the sake of it, yeah, it's just going to be that. And oh, this is going to be out. There we go. For the sake of it, yeah, that's what this is. Sure, I'm happy with that. I could live with that. So now we come back into the midnight session where we're listening here,
Mhm.
and this is where we need to add a little, add another private boolean. This is just going to let us know whether or not we've handled the command. So first command, uh, string command, yes,
So what's the idea right now? Sorry, I'm a bit lost. So we're trying to implement handling commands, right?
yes. So the idea here is that slash help will bring up a small help menu, so that way we could then expand
Mhm.
it to an exit, which would then disconnect the user if I once I make
I
the
see.
logic to remove them. But like it would be how we would implement it. It's just a way to kind of show you how we can handle things, I guess.
I
So
see. That's a great idea.
let me build the this here. So command is going to be equal to command dot to lowercase, just to sort of normalize it, I suppose. Um, and if the command is, or sorry, not is, if it starts with, because I don't really care if they add anything else after that. If it's helped my ass, I'm just still going to bring up the help. So now this is going to be a new help dot execute, and we're going to
Mhm.
pass in the writer and the command, and then we'll just return true, otherwise false. And now up here, um, we can go ahead and say if the, here we go, if the command has been parsed,
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
then we're just going to continue the loop and we're not going to broadcast what somebody just printed. Does that make sense?
I see. I see. I see. I
And
see.
then
I see.
and
Okay,
then
so
we would essentially just add more here. So like if we wanted to add an exit command, we would just duplicate this, and it would then be exit. Oh, well, look at that, exit, quit, or disconnect. One or the other will be something that like we'll do in a bit. That will just be
I
the
see.
exit
Okay, so
command.
basically we are writing a big if tree, which just checks whether any of the commands are understood and calls the corresponding handler for each of the commands. I see.
Yeah, basically that's how this would kind of continue out. Um, and we can see this in action by rebooting this. I should have left this thing connected.
Let's see.
Telnet localhost uh, for 2069. We're in here. Glave, and if I did slash help, I get available commands.
Nice.
So, yeah,
Awesome.
kind of cool.
Hell
Pretty
yeah.
fun. Now, what do you feel you can come up with to connect this? Let me push this so you can at least see it.
Okay. So I've been. First of all, I need to quickly hop to the toilet before I start writing this because I've been drinking too much water. I don't drink coffee,
Too
but
much water, not enough bladder.
yeah. But there is an issue which I'm encountering on the client side, which I will explain to you as soon as I get back in 2 minutes. So be right.
All right, man, go pinch one up. I mean, wait. I, I'm gonna push this to GitHub. Why do you not? Why do you do this every time to me? Every single time lately. I swear something was updated with Git. Or with IntelliJ, sorry. I get frustrated. I did an initial commit, and then it's telling me, oh, look, you have something. I have nothing. This was all a part of the initial commit. Thank you very much. Yes, ignore my things. I don't care. This was pushed. Okay, come there. But now I have updates. I don't know why. We do this like every single time lately. Continue rebasing. Really? There we go. Okay, okay. Okie dokie. And now we push. Do 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 do. Okay. And I just realized I do apologize for everybody watching. I could have, should have made this a little bigger. So while Prof is incapacitated, we'll run through
Okay.
this. We'll run through this code just right quick here while Prof pulls this locally and
I'm
whatnot. And
back.
I, oh, good. Okay.
Okay, so did you
So
send me the GitHub link?
not yet. Where is
Let me.
our chat? Here's our chat. There's the GitHub link to this. I'm just gonna run
Okay, I'm
over this.
gonna.
I'm just gonna run over the code right quick, just to kind of, because I did kind of speed through writing all this without actually like saying much of anything. So this here's the main class. We're gonna create a room that our users can get put into. Um, that room is basically just a list of users who, and I honestly could make the disconnect here, but yeah. Um, so this we have a map of our clients. Our clients are essentially the print writer. Um, so we map it by username and the print writer, which you can think of the print writer as their socket. So this would be um, for all of you nerdy gamers out there, you can think of this as your username and this as your client session. And this is like just a list of all the clients so that we know who has what. And then when you join um, your session and your username go through a process to get added to a list. This broadcast is just basically yelling a message to everybody that is connected to this room or world or however you want to envision that in your head. Um, so we essentially have a room or a cafe or however you want to envision that. This is here. And now through the use of a try with resources, we are then going to create a server, which is this server socket, which comes from the Java networking library. And it just simply takes in a port number to which it creates here. It takes that port number and it makes sure that it is within a valid range of ports. And if it is, we go ahead and we make an inet socket address where it binds the local address to the port. Um, I think you had a question about that earlier when you were saying if it was just that easy to make it. Yes, it has been made a lot easier, but
Nice.
this theoretically has been around, as you can see, forever. um,
Nice. Wow.
so once we have our server created, we can then do some things with it. In our case here, I state that this is the port that we've been successfully connected on, rather than just putting this number down here. I actually put a valid connection. So then down here, we now accept our connection as our client. And from here, we then come in and we say thread, start a virtual thread, which is then going to require that the runnable task is not null before it then comes through the thread builders and builds out a new virtual thread and passes that task into it. This is now a unnamed task. You can name it through other variables once you get it back, but it does ultimately return the specific thread. Um, I'm not actually caring about the thread here because I don't really care. I just want to spin up the room and go with it. Um, I don't really care
Nice.
about managing it or taking it down or whatever. I probably should if this was like a production thing, but like for the sake of what we're doing, I'm spinning up a virtual thread that has a
Oh,
runnable session. And the runnable session, as you
yeah.
see, takes in the socket. The socket is, of course, like you said, the user, or the client. Um,
Yeah.
so that's where we're then grabbing their input and their output so that we can read what they say and we can pass them messages. In which case, that's where we greet them, ask them who they are, and then we broadcast to everybody that so and so has joined. And then whenever so and so says a message, or anybody says a message, it gets
Mhm.
broadcast to everybody.
Nice.
So
Perfect.
it's
Okay.
a fairly simple
Um,
program. It's only technically 3 files big. Uh, the other two were added just for the commands. But let's pop over to Prof. I'm going to figure where the hell are we?
all right.
Oh,
There we go.
we're not even in there. Oh my God.
I just tested that it works, but I feel like we may end up with some issues in the client, mainly because I wonder how we're gonna do the possibility that while you're typing your message, someone else may send a message at the same time. So how we're gonna multiplex that is a little bit tricky. But
Well,
let's first write the TCP client.
yeah, that I'm sure
Hmm?
we can spin up a way to do that. To have some simulated messages coming through. It wouldn't be that hard to. Shouldn't be
Yeah,
that
we
hard.
can they can do that manually.
But
Okay, so let's do the project initialization from the terminal. I want that, yes. Group ID, note this. Artifact ID, TCP client. Version that, yes. There we go. And let's cd into TCP client and pop open in NeoVim. Let me zoom in. Can I zoom in for the people? Do they see this? Okay.
yes, that looks good.
Alright, so I'm gonna edit the POM here a little bit. This is with the default Maven project, which is a bit more bigger than what IntelliJ produces. But basically, the thing I want to edit is for my own convenience. I want this to be built as a jar, and I need to tell the jar plugin how to, you know, actually like what the main class is, right? How to actually write the manifest. So that's why I'm gonna add a configuration tag here and an archive, and then the manifest, and put a slash. Um, and then I need to add the class path. I'm gonna say that is true. Let me use some copy pasting. And I want to say Oh, sorry, I forgot the flash. And let's say main class. Is that the correct spelling? Yep. We're gonna add the main class in a sec. Split the view here. Just I'm neovim magic. So maybe I should rename this to let's say TCP client. Yep. And let's say the main class is like a TCP client. Public, yeah, TCP client. There we go.
Mm, now with my IntelliJ, I can just
I,
refactor and have that done. Like pew pew.
yeah, I accidentally wrote a capital L here. That's my entire problem. Okay, so let's
Oh,
just test my setup, whether it works. MVN package, room, and then Java dash jar target and jar is the TCP client snapshot and it says over. Okay, nice. We got the development environment set up.
but
Now
nine.
we can write the.
Jeez, that took a lot of effort, man. Holy shit.
Well, okay. Before you proceed to trash talk me, I will point out something to you. The code you sent me did not actually contain the build jar configuration, so I had to do it manually anyway. So approximately took the same amount of time. Uno reverse intelligent nerds.
I'm just gonna flex my IntelliJ here. Oh yeah. Oh, that feels good.
Anyways, let's actually make the client. So I was looking at client documentation while you were programming, and apparently what I need
While I
is
was
first a
yapping, you
socket.
can say it.
So huh?
While I was yapping, you can say it.
Nah. What's it? Prof one glab 0. Oh, got him.
Ooh, no way, noob. No, you're banned. Go away, noob.
Banned again.
Yes,
Guy has been
again.
banned more than any other person in the history of banning. Okay. So I need a socket. Sock equals new socket. So apparently I need a host and a port. So let's see. Can I just do localhost? Oh no, I don't. I need something else. Sorry. I need a client, new socket. I need to import it. Import socket. There we go. Thank you. Okay, so let's see. So I want to pass my program in an argument to the IP address and port. So I'm gonna say if args is it dot length, yeah, does
Yep.
not equal 2. Oh sorry, I was gonna start with
I was
still
gonna
print
say,
ln.
are you writing fucking C++ in Java?
Oops, sorry,
J++.
the muscle memory kicked in. Usage. So it's a TCP client address. So there should be these sort of brackets and port. Okay. So socket is socket. Let's see. So how do I do string to integer in Java? String to int in Java.
String to int.
Oh,
You would
integer
just
dot
do
parse. No,
integer
there
dot
we go.
parse.
Port. You integer dot parse int
Yep.
from the second parameter. So args of 1 because array started 0.
Mm-hmm.
This should be try caught, no? Because it throws number format exception. So let's just say I'm gonna put the try around everything. Catch
Yeah, and you can catch
number
I was gonna
format
say
exception.
you can catch multiple
Huh?
if you want to. You can catch multiple just in case you wanted to like validate that the
Yeah, that's great. So
address
the
is
catch
legit.
number format exception, by the way, this should get formatted. Thank you. IO.println could not parse no port from command line.
Port must be an
Okay,
integer.
and that's port So port must be an integer. There we go. So okay, we got our port, we got our sock, and let's just have a convenience address is equal to args 0. Okay, now we need to make a connection. So socket connect. Sorry, it's
Oh!
sock connect. I need my sock to connect to an endpoint, and the endpoint is gonna be
I just pulled up my
an
sock
inet.
and I just pulled up my sock and slipped and connected my wrist with the edge of my desk. Ow!
So adder and port here, and timeout. Let's say 1 second. So let me take a look at the documentation here. So it says throws illegal argument method. Temple, if the attempt fails, the address will be flagged as unresolved. Wait, so I want to take a look at the documentation. See, also is unresolved. So we need to check whether the port is unresolved, which happens in the case that the timeout is reached, right? So an attempt will be made to resolve the host name and into an inet. If that attempt fails, the address will be flagged as unresolved. So what I need to do is, so I need to actually put this into a variable.
yeah, you can return
inet.
you can return yeah,
So
it's essentially a socket in
so
itself.
if inet address dot unresolved. Oh, what did I do? Hello? There you go. Is unresolved. Ah, there we go. IO dot.
You're typing too quick for
Why
your.
is this lagging? Oh my god. Let me just check. Am I doing something uncanny? No, fine.
Huh, maybe
Maybe it's the slow language server. IO dot println.
your LSP needs more coffee.
Hey, it's the Eclipse LSP from the Eclipse IDE.
It needs more coffee. It's gotta get caffeinated. It's gotta
And the
get
print
caffeinated.
could not resolve address. And let's say plus. Oh, maybe this is my issue. Wait, sorry, there's a bug. Plus, and then I'll say other. Type IO exception. Let's see, in which case does it throw an IO exception? The connection cannot be established or the timeout expires. Then
So for time's out,
IO exception. Okay, so I need to actually also catch an IO exception. Catch IO exception. So let's say io.println timeout on connection reached or cannot, or I don't know what failure conditions did it say?
just put educk at message or educk at cause.
Oh, okay, sure. Timeout
Yeah,
print line. Let me just delete everything. E.get message. Nice. I hope that's gonna be a descriptive message. Okay, so if the part is unresolved, cannot resolve you know, return mine. Oh, I can't. I was just gonna return from the main. I cannot. Can I do like system.exit? Oh yeah, with
yeah, you can do
-1.
six with whatever. That number that you put in there is just a reference for your own self as a developer, so that you know what roughly the error is for all intents and purposes. That could be X code number 420, 42, 69, whatever you want it to be.
So this exit status. So maybe on Windows that's the case, but on Linux, the shell, so the terminal, so will actually expect this to be certain values. So I can have this, yeah. So you can on any of the Unix like OSs, you can do man erno to get a list of the understood error numbers. So for example, if I do E1, if I return 1, that means I'm telling the shell that an error occurred and my error is that some sort of permission was denied. If I do number 2, it means
Okay.
that some sort of file doesn't exist. And so on. I did -1, which I think -1 stands for unspecified internal error. Because
That's
I didn't want to.
zero. 0 is unspecified or like at the very top.
Yeah.
It's 0.
We could do this. We could actually take a look for a correct error number here and be a good boy.
I don't think it's that big of a
Yeah,
deal for the sake of the stream.
let's have some fun. Just destination address required, address, news. No,
64, 64. What's going down here? Come on, keep going. All there is.
no address. No, no. Okay, resolve maybe. Okay. So let's just use the -1 for unspecified error. Okay, and the shell will actually report an error if it encounters system detected with anything which is not 0. 0 is success. Okay, but in any case, this is just a little bit of Linux/Unix for you. And let's carry on. So we connect the socket, and let's just println successfully connected, and we can system.exit with 0 for success. Let's try this. Let's just see if I can connect to anything. MVN package again. Room, Java. Oh, wait, I need to actually run your TCP server. Documents, Java, midnight TCP. I actually package it, so I just need to do Java, jar, target, and then the midnight TCP. Okay, the server is running. We can actually check that. Maybe let me do. We can actually check that by telnetting into local host 42069. And if I say
Wait, what's
that
that?
and I say hello, it works. Okay. For some reason, exit doesn't work. I want to point
We
out to
never.
you.
Yeah, we never wrote exit in as an
We
IO
never,
command.
yeah, never. Help is help. Okay,
Yeah,
there
and
we go.
help is
So
just
the way I
AI
need to
generated
get
bullshit.
out here is to just kill it.
Yep.
Okay. So let's just I actually let's just go now in. Oh, sorry, I'm already here. So I just do Java jar target and then target. Sorry, target and then what is it? TCP client. And we need to pass arguments. Let's say localhost for 2069.
Ooh, IO error.
Unresolved IO cannot be resolved. Oh my god, am I getting?
What did you do?
Oh, I know what's wrong.
TCP
Oops,
client
that's an
Java
error with
number
my
11.
palm. It's probably because I set the compiler release to 17. Oops. Ambient package again, please.
Rebuild. Rebuild. Rebuild.
Give me my
Rebuild.
package.
Rebuild my package. My package
Am I
rebuild.
going crazy? It's 25.
You're on 25. So, what is on line 11 in TCP client?
The IO cannot be. Line 11. Yeah, it's IO println.
So it's just having an issue with
Yeah.
IO. Is something not set to 25?
Import java.io maybe?
No, you shouldn't have to with that.
For some reason. Did I not save my changes in the palm? Am I just that stupid?
Did you reload? See,
That's
for
all.
me, I have to reload the Maven project. MVN, like, is there?
Yeah, I don't need to because Maven should do that by itself. So let's try again. So Java. IO cannot be
No.
resolved. Interesting. Unresolved compilation for IO cannot. Am I like in a old version in anything like compiler release 25? No, it should be good. Let me see. Is there like maybe I need to just purge the target?
Can you do it clean? Clean build? Clean build?
Yeah, RF MVN package. Yeah, well, if I do Java version, it says 25. I just put there 25. So let's just say Java. Oh, there we go. There's a different error. Array
Array
index
index out of
0.
bounds.
Okay, of course.
What did you?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
did you?
yeah, that's
Did you not?
fine.
Oh, you didn't give it
Yeah,
a.
localhost 42069.
There we
Successfully
go.
connected, yes. And that killed the server.
Ah! What killed it? Connection reset. What did you do to my baby? Oh my god! What did you do? Okay, so midnight What is this? Midnight session line 33.
Hey, we
Midnight
can debug
session
that.
33.
That's no
Oh,
problem.
because it was looking for a username. Because it was trying to look for a username when you connected, but your connection didn't stick. Because yeah, my
Yeah,
thing
it's
was
a
trying to.
socket exception. We need to catch socket exceptions. You know.
Yeah.
Um. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me actually
Welcome to the
let
chat,
me
Hayden.
actually move that away.
Hayden's in the chat.
Yo, he should join us. Join us. Wait, join us actually.
Yeah, hey,
Club.
feel free if you want to. You know what? You know what, man?
um.
That's Noob. You remember Noob, don't you?
Yeah, yeah. The
Yeah,
one who
yeah.
banned the most times in the history of banning.
Yes. Prof one
Wait, so
five
wait. I
zero
forgot
Sir
I forgot the
one.
exception which I just got. Wait, so Java char target midnight bam started there. So now I'm gonna use my um killer client. Yeah.
Hey,
Um.
what's going on, boys?
Jumping
Yeah.
Jesus. Oh my. Hi, dude.
Sorry. Sorry about that. I had to switch to my webcam mic, so it's not set up properly.
Yeah, that sounds painful, dude. Jesus, I hear your fan. It's damn.
Okay, let me go fix
Okay,
that real
great.
quick.
Oh, I forgot though. I need to pass Java jar. There it is. Okay, let's
Skip.
see where it crashed. It crashed on
It's trying to add. It's trying to read the input because right now, when you connect your client,
yeah,
it's expecting an input. So like it's expecting you to then say, "Hey, my name is whatever."
okay, so it's on midnight session run. Uh,
Right there.
it's
IN
kind of
dot
yeah, yeah,
read
yeah.
line. Yeah. IN
Right. So
dot
we
read
need
line.
to wrap this all of this in a catch.
Well, I have just
Oh, but
exception
this is
ready
just
here.
printing. Actually, that is working. Wait. So if anything goes wrong, all I want. Wait, that's how it did not a crash.
It is and it isn't. It's trying to read. If you look at the thing where it says
Yeah, yeah,
on your thing there,
yeah,
neo socket implement dot impl read, where it's trying to read the
yeah,
input. And
yeah.
no, the error doesn't reset there. It resets a little higher up, up.
All
In
right,
the read line. There we go.
Yeah,
Oh,
there you
how
go.
is
sorry, my
this for
bad.
my microphone?
A lot better.
There we go.
So yeah, it's when it's
Okay, so
trying
maybe
to
we
read the
should
input.
actually make another catch here of
Mhm.
socket exception. So let's just say no io.println socket io.println e dot get the message, and then technically we should try to kick the guy out. No.
I mean, technically, yeah, we would
Okay.
want
Well,
to disconnect the
yeah.
user.
So we need to do that on to do implement exit basically. Implement. Okay, now that's something you can. Anyways, I will git push that to you. Haha. And git blame you again. Funny.
Blame.
So let's see. Let's go here. Lazy git. Oh, I'm not logged in here. Never mind. Forget about all of that. Okay, but long story short, the client seems to be clienting. That's a great thing.
Mhm. So now, once your client connects, you need to be able to
Sorry, I
provide an
forgot to
input.
system.exit -1 here. My bad. Okay, so we connect and we got the socket. Okay, connection successful. There you go. So now what do we do with the connection?
Well, right away, as soon as you hit connect, you exit. When what you should be doing is
Yeah,
providing something, I think, or requesting.
yeah, of course. That's where I'm gonna write something. So
logical magic.
Maybe I should do it in another function just for a little bit of structure, you know. The public void handle connection socket socket. Thank you. Oh my god, my fingers are just not. Okay, I'm not gonna say that. For rating readers.
Let's keep
Okay,
it not
so
X-rated.
looking at the so apparently there is the socket connection socket dot get input stream, which just returns an input stream. Let's say I call it in. The string cannot be resolved to a type. Yes, please import it. Thank you very much. And then we want an output stream out equals connection socket dot get output stream. Okay, so we have an IO exception. Let's just say throws IO exception because the main should handle it. Hell yeah. What else? So here I think we should just loop, no? Oh, we should start two threads here. So one thread should be reading from input and one thread should be reading from output. So let's say public void. Oh, so this should be static.
Just gonna point out, Hayden, your
static void read from input. Huh?
Oh, sorry.
Hayden's mic is picking up Prof as he's talking and it's kind of echoing back.
Hopefully that fixed it.
Ah, there we go. Much better. So that's read from input, and that will be while true. And so did anything like read?
Read line, isn't it? Or
read
line.
So you could wrap it in a buffered reader, and then you can read lines.
Yeah, that's what I
buffered reader.
That's how I was doing it.
Input in that
new
buffered reader of it. There we go. There you go. Nice.
There you go. So now you can
structured and defined.
You read from it. You should be able to hear. I think you should be able to say reader like while reader dot inline is not true, but like create string like right above that go string line.
The constructed and defined. Wait.
It's a
okay.
Oh, true. Add a true to that end of that. I believe.
Oh, true.
I think. No, that's a wrong thing I'm reading.
Okay, let's look at the documentation. Let me pop open here. Java buffered reader.
Oh, you need input stream reader.
Yeah. If you look inside of midnightsession.java, how I have the input,
I see. Okay,
reader with a new input reader, and then you take the in. Yeah.
Wow, that's a lot of bloat. Let me pop that in here.
Yes.
Yes. Reader. Okay. While true. I want to just keep reading and blocking reader dot read line, and that should presumably return a string.
A string.
Yep. Next line, and then I'll do IO dot println of the next line, and that's all I'm gonna do. And unhandled exception of type IO exception. That's the same thing. Throws IO exception. Okay.
Throw an IO.
That's also a very bloated exception class. Anyways.
Welcome to Java. Bloat everywhere.
Bloated my middle name.
This is why Duke is fat.
Okay, so let's say thread dot start virtual thread, and then it's just gonna.
It takes in a runnable task.
Yeah, so I think I could just provide it a lambda.
Yep. And it does technically
read from input.
It does return a thread if you happen to want to do anything with it. But
no, I just want to kick it off in the background and have it. I guess let's just so let's say thread input thread equals that.
Yeah, and
then unhandled
some funky shit with it.
Oh, what in the hell?
Why do you have a Unhandle.
It's because it's inside of the lambda, I believe.
Why? Yeah.
Because
why
read
do you
from
have
But
input
because it's
throws.
inside the lambda, I'm not allowed to throw it from inside the lambda. Okay, let's just not throw anything.
Well, then you're gonna have to handle that. You're gonna have to handle that in the try surround
Yeah,
that
yeah.
and try catch.
Right, yeah. It's fine.
Well,
So
actually, I
try
would
with-
I
try
would
with
do what you were doing.
Try with resource with the buffered reader.
Oh, right. Okay, my bad. I forgot that we have resources in Java now. There we go.
Also, I would
Unhandled
throw that
Mhm.
exception. I would still throw the exception and then have the lambda handle it.
Yeah, you could handle it right in the lambda too as well if you wanted to do it that way.
It's fine. I mean, let's just catch the AO exception.
6 and 1 out of half a dozen.
Yeah, it's fine. IO.println error reading input, and then we should just put the
Then just put e dot print.
get message. There we go.
Yeah, that works.
All right, so that's just the reader that's supposed to do that, and maybe I could do something like input thread.wait. Yeah, there we go. Interrupted exception. Okay, fine. Don't really care about it. Output stream out. Okay, and then we wanna public static void. And not yeah, right? Yeah. Then not read from it, so write to output, I guess. And then once again, I will probably need a buffered writer, I guess.
I think we called it well, I mean, I think I was calling it a print writer. I think that's what I was using.
Oh, print writer. Yeah, sure, that's even better.
Yeah, print writer is what I was using. And then just your socket.get input stream, and that's what you need to have true at the end.
Okay, sounds good. Print writer. So the out.get. Oh, but that's just out true. It can't be without your type. I understand that.
Output stream. Oh, you have the output. Yeah, you have the output stream. So yeah, it would just be the out and then.
Okay, so let's just make a thread here once again.
The true is just whether or not you want it to auto flush.
Yeah, I do want it to auto flush actually. Start virtual thread and then pass it a lambda again. Let's put a semicolon here before I write to output of out. There we go. And output thread dot wait.
I would like to say you probably should use system threads in this case because virtual threads are meant to be for like short-lived and not resource-intensive tasks.
But hey, these threads are going to be blocking for a long time.
Yeah, so that's true. Okay, actually, yeah, no, you're correct. Actually, then, yeah.
Yeah, in case you're unaware,
that would be a good case.
The whole purpose behind this was Prof had asked me a few days ago, or maybe a week ago, I don't even know how long, a while ago, about learning virtual threads with Java.
Yeah.
So I put this idea together and jotted down some notes and made an idea.
Yeah, I totally forgot. You're doing a lot of blocking, so yes, this would be a good use of virtual threads. I was thinking that it was doing a lot of processing, which virtual threads are not good at.
No, these are meant to be
makes sense.
These are 100% meant to be short-lived, disposable.
They're not short-lived, but they are doing a lot of blocking. So the context switching makes sense.
Yeah. Next line, and then writer dot println next line. There we go. But is that all I need to do? I wonder. Well, let's see where I went wrong. Okay, let me just see. Okay, there we go.
Doesn't look to be any
errors. Let me see. Is this literally all I need to do? Just keep IO read the landing, and I think we may run into an issue here. But let's see. So read frame right, handle connection, and yeah. So successfully connected and handle connection on the sock. And interrupted exception. Let's just say, yeah, let's just catch it. Interrupted exception.
You should put the interrupted one above the IO one.
That is a good idea.
Just because Java
Let's
looks
do
at those
here.
exceptions top down to find out what best matches what. So that IO would have taken precedence.
Right. Okay, so user cancel, right? So I should probably system.exit here with a -1. Here, this is a foreseeable thing. The user is allowed to exit, so let's just put a 0 here. And if an IO exception, also exit. Okay, let's try and build it. MVN package. Give me my package. Thank you for the package. Java jar target.
I don't know
What
why,
is it
but
called? TCP client.
it triggers me that you don't do clean package, and I don't know why, but it just triggers me. So many years of
Here,
writing it.
MVN clean package.
Thank
There
you.
you go. You happy now?
I don't know why, but that just bugged me. I don't know why. I'm sorry.
I never clean package per build because of the incremental build.
Oh.
Well, but there's just been a lot
that screwed me 10 minutes ago.
There was a lot of fucking
you're removing
around.
the.
There's a lot of fucking around and changing that we did, so I wanted to make sure it was a clean base.
Yeah, no, that's the run. The server started on port. Oh, shit.
What did you do? You broke it! No pointer exception. Because key is null. There was no name to go with the thing.
It's still the run. I think that's just interesting.
The key never got set because the input, yeah, something. I don't even know what you did.
I think the problem is that we have a race condition. I think my client crashed too quickly. What does this mean? Illegal monitor state exception. Can't tell another owner. It's on the wait.
Maybe get rid of the wait. I don't know.
I mean, the program will exit instantly then, I feel. Okay, MVN package.
Let's FAFO.
Restart.
Oh, it's still having an issue with IO.
What?
Why is your thing?
Okay, maybe I need to maybe this is my problem from MVN. No, package. Oh my god. Package it and run it. Successfully connect. Okay, nice.
Okay.
Well,
so you
the issue is here that
this time it did that connection reset.
Yeah, this time it exited instantly because I'm not waiting for the virtual threads to finish. I do need to wait, but let me search for a reference on the illegal monitor state exception. Java illegal monitor state exception. Okay. Don't indicate that a thread has attempted to wait an object's monitor not facilitated wait without owning the specified monitor. What does that even mean?
Owning the monitor.
Shall we wait for a virtual thread to finish?
Oh. It's not a mix, is there?
Oh, it's join. It's not wait. I'm an idiot. There you go. Join, not joint. Join. Thank you.
Hey, I'll take a join. Okay.
What do you mean?
Still, it doesn't like your IO. Why does this not like your Java?
Okay, there you go.
There we go.
Hey, I can enter a
There we go. Yeah, baby.
Shit.
Wait, why did
it doesn't work. Error reading input. So.
You had my hopes so high, and then I just came crashing down.
Error reading input. Where did that happen? Error reading. It's an IO exception. I'm getting an IO exception.
Yeah, because the very next thing it sits there and listens for is you typing a message. So right after you pick a name, it should be sending a broadcast message saying that so and so has joined the room, and then it just sits there and waits for you to put input.
Yeah, I think so, because we have some race conditioning here. Because if you take a look here, the prompt from the read line is here, and then we get the read, and then I enter a username, and then we have error reading input.
Mm-hmm.
And I wonder, so
Yay, Prof! Wait, Prof -1? Thank you, noob!
So I have a suspicion. Line 10, where you're reading the line inside of the loop. You're just doing while true. Right?
Yeah.
Try doing something like this. Try initializing the next line above the while loop.
That's what I was thinking. No, above, because you're gonna do what I did before in the session, where you're gonna do while the in line, or while the reader dot line is not. Yeah. So get rid of that. Make another bracket. No. Make another bracket or brace.
Oh yeah.
So now next line equals
reader dot next line.
Yeah, does not equal null. So
one
more over. Does not equal null.
Yeah.
There you go. Now you say that. There you go.
Okay, that's a term.
If you look in midnight session, if you look inside of the midnight session file, you can see how I did that originally.
Okay, let me just take a look. I'll do that in a very small second. Let me just run target TCP client. Snapshot of jar, localhost 42069. Enter username. It's same. Oh, username already taken. Different error.
Yeah, you got to reboot the server because you're already technically logged in because you did it.
Hey, it's fine. I'll just use a different username. So it still has an error reading input. So
however,
somewhere in here,
it did broadcast you that message that time that you joined the room.
Yeah, so it does.
Although for some reason it is timing out.
Is that the only error reading? Yeah, I should select error reading from server.
Oh, I think I see what it is. Because your buffered reader is. Oh wait, no. I'm thinking that because your buffered reader's in with a try with resources, it's closing the reader, so it's closing the output stream, or sorry, the input stream.
Yeah, but this is all.
But it should never close. Yeah, it should never close because it should be stuck in that while loop.
Yeah, that's.
There you go. Yeah, the error reading from server. So there's clearly an error reading from the server.
Let's go over to the server terminal. Go to the server terminal.
Yeah.
Clear that.
There's nothing going on here. That's just.
Oh, okay. That's
okay. Let's just kill it and let's start the server on the port. Let's jump in here. Java target. Yep. There you go. And okay, there's an exception here. Connection reset.
For implement read line. What? Okay, and that goes down to midnight session line 39. What is on midnight session line 39? 39 is while it's trying to read the input after you join the room.
Okay, so it may be a client error because what this looks like is a connection reset error. So that means my client is resetting the connection for some unknown reason. Oh, I know why. Because it's getting an exception and that closes the socket. Okay, because it's a try with resource. Okay, so that's the connection reset error here. So there's no error on the server, an error on the client. According to my current yeah. So I don't think that's a you issue. It's a very much me issue. Okay, so error reading from server. How come I'm getting an error reading from the server? And it's happening, yeah, so here. I'm calling no other function here, so there's no way that this is bubbling up. Okay.
Printing on line 4, instead of printing io.println e.getMessage, why don't you just print the stack trace?
Oh, yeah, let me print that too. Message and
Just go
get.
just e.print stack trace.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, you shouldn't print it to standard out. You should print it to system error, which e.print stack trace does by default.
Well, I was going to tell you.
I was
e.print straight now put system.err in there.
It prints to system error by default.
Oh, okay, perfect. MVN package. Oh my god, MVN clean package. That's probably what they get. There we go. Okay, socket closed. So for some reason, this maybe it's the service. So in some reason the socket's closing.
Okay, so TCP client line reading from.
Okay, there's in handle connection read from input.
59, line 59.
In the read line.
Where the hell is line 59?
Line 59. So basically this is happening because the socket I'm reading from gets closed.
Are you sending any data to the client that is not text? Like, are you sending any bytes manually?
No. There's nothing being sent other than just communication from whatever text gets sent to it. It just basically passes it along.
Yeah, may I see the server code?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on GitHub. Let me send it to you.
It's on GitHub. It's in the pinned comments on the live chat. You can clone it and take a look at it.
Well, there you are. Bam. You know what I'm gonna do?
Because it works fine from the.
I don't have it here.
It works fine from the terminal
Telnet, yeah,
aspect. It works fine from the telnet, from the terminal when you're using it through telnet.
Yeah, so there's some issue with my client here, obviously. So
well, I mean,
and for some reason, like,
I can't really. You can't really. You're also on Linux, so I mean, it works. Does it? Have we tested? Oh yeah, we tried it. Yeah, we tried. Yeah, never mind. Okay, never mind. We tried it on yours. Never mind.
if for some reason the server.
The input and output being on this.
Okay, I'm just gonna. Let me see. Let me just like send you this. This is one file at this point. Yeah, I'm just gonna send you this, and then you can try to FAFO with it. No. Oh, come on. It's too long. Okay. Let me just attach the file, I guess. Upload the file. Oh my god. This is actually kind of weird. I'm kind of confused. No, not that file. Oh my god, I'm getting confused. Ah.
You're struggling to copy paste.
TCP client source main jar. There we go. That's what I want. Okay, I sent you the single file.
Yep.
Now I'm struggling to understand why the TCP reset happens. So for some reason, it resets. Output to the change, yeah, handle connection. It should block. Yeah, it does.
Um. All right. I will be
So
back in just a
there's
quick second.
this.
I'll be back in just a quick second. I got too much coffee and not enough bladder.
Really.
Okay, so there's this reference implementation which is data input stream instead of just input stream. The input stream does.
Input stream just handles raw bytes, and then.
I see. So I don't care. Let's not care about that for a second. Tab server and client.
Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. All right.
Do we know if it's the who's responsible for the termination of the connection? It's the client or the server?
So for now, it's not supposed to terminate the connection at all.
No, I understand that, but do we know if it's the client or the server that's actually terminating the connection?
So one of them is terminating it. I suspect it's the client, because if I connect to the server via telnet, localhost 42069, it just works. See?
Right. Yep, that makes sense.
So whatever I'm doing is a difference in the implementation between me and telnet, basically my client. So there's something wrong in the client. I didn't send you the file. Let me just send it to you as well. There we go. You can take a look at it. So socket connect.
Cool. So yeah, mine shit the bed too for the same reason.
Okay, maybe this is the issue.
Let's rerun the TCP client here. Boom. Okay. So this. Relock right left.
Is it because the input and output stream of the socket is not thread safe? Like you're trying to do both at the same time.
Huh.
That's potentially good.
Mm-hmm. Java socket input output stream thread safe. Okay,
I think they
have
might
no
need to
idea.
be done sequentially.
No, I'm not sure. It's Java TCP socket connection.
When you read from the input or write to the output, why don't you try locking onto the socket?
So when I read from input?
Yeah, where you read from input or you write to the output, try locking onto the socket.
Oh, so lock the socket. Okay. But then I need the socket to be my member. So let's say public socket stock. So let's just do this. Oh, it's a static. And then whenever I read from input. But this is a deadlock, right?
What do you mean?
Because two things are just gonna hold the lock forever.
Oh, I suppose you're right. Yeah, yeah. Well, no, the writer would never hold the lock. I think only the reader would hold the lock.
Yeah, but the reader would hold it forever, so the writer would never
that's
get
true.
it.
That is true. Yep. So just undo that.
So for some reason, I get the connection reset. Okay, so that's so bizarre. Do I need to like put an infinite timeout here? Is my timeout being reached?
Shouldn't be because it's on localhost.
Yeah, it should be pretty instant with local.
Yeah. Localhost port 2069. Is the socket closed?
And then what line is it happening from? Line 16.
There's only one location where there is socket closed. It happens.
According to this, it happened
here.
on
Right, so reading from the
line
server
65.
doesn't work. But take a look. So it does actually print. So
Yeah, it does.
so for some reason it closes the socket. So it must be that reading to the end of the so Java reading from socket closes it. Oh, look at here. Look at this.
I'm just gonna see if fucking AI will get it right quick. Yeah.
It will.
Okay.
But we don't need AI. We're just a bunch of 3 idiots trying to figure this out for ourselves so we can actually learn.
AI is overrated. AI is gonna give
Yeah,
me fake news, and we don't like fake news.
Not only that, but dude, it made up its own shit. Oh wait, no, that was the exit command. It's suggesting okay, client. Where are we at? It's suggesting it's something to do with the writer. The try with resource for the writer. Print writer.
Oh, I think it's the problem is that we're buffering because the buffered reader reads. Oh, I think they issued the buffered reader. Okay, I'm gonna use the data reader. Wait, maybe that's the thing which we need.
That should be a non-issue.
No.
It's saying that it's the right to output is giving us an issue here down on, but I didn't even think that was getting called.
Data reader dot what read.
Oh yeah, it does. Okay.
Read UTF would read a line.
That's not getting close.
Can I just read that? Okay, read UTF. Okay, and let's say data. Okay, data input and then buffered right there. On the other one, I mean, oh, that's print, right? Okay, that's fine.
Okay, cool.
That's not the one we're having. Okay, MVN clean package. I want a clean package, please. Successfully connected.
Huh. So according to the
Interesting. Error reading from the server again.
Yeah, what this is trying to suggest is that when the client writes one line, the writer then closes the socket output stream immediately while the reader thread is still active.
That makes sense. But why would it do that? It should be in an infinite loop.
According to this, the life cycle problem with the write to output method.
Yes, maybe just remove.
When the method returns when the method returns the print writer is already closed, and because it wraps the socket output stream, that effectively closes the socket side for the connection.
Oh, yes. Not in a loop.
Yeah. So
it's not in a loop. Yeah. Oh my god.
I hear your keyboard clicking. Did you get?
That makes
sense. This is not in a loop. Yeah.
I'm very confident.
So I would do that. I would do that one the same as we did the other one. Initialize the string above.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Can I not do that like in here?
No, because you have to initial. Well, I mean, you suppose you could, yeah.
Oh no,
Varchar
actually no,
line.
you can't. No, you can't.
Not
Sorry.
like that. No, you can't do it like that. No.
Sorry.
You have to put the string new in the line out top. Yeah, like that. And then one more over does not equal null.
Not even, no, yeah.
And then you can just print line.
Line.
Yep. Try that now. See if that works.
I'm 100% confident that's.
And the file exception.
Now because we need to go back to using a buffered reader.
Yeah, no, I need to go
what
back
else
to,
did you? What else did you guys change? Oh, you made other changes. I wasn't even watching you. I was doing my own thing. Okay.
This is a very confusing way to structure a standard library, I have to say, Java.
There you go.
Okay, so let's package it, run it. There we go. Okay, fine.
There you go. Now you can start chat.
Oh, well, it's not really working. I think here we have a race condition. Okay, now we are dealing with a race condition.
Check. I guess there's nothing on the server side.
Telnet localhost 42069. Okay, let's see. So if I write here, oh, it's not doing anything.
Hold on. Try writing on the other one and see if it gets broadcasted in there.
No.
No, it's not. Okay, so you're
Okay, so there is still an issue with my implementation.
Oh, the buffered. Oh wait.
That's all it's supposed to do is keep reading. Okay. Oh, this is no, I shouldn't. Yeah, right there, that print line. Yeah.
Now
that should write it to the server. We are encountering an issue, in my opinion, with the console where we're trying to read and write to it at the same time.
I could see that being an issue. You might need to implement some sort of queue.
Okay, but at least in theory, let's see, at least in theory, notify on the other terminal that someone else joined. I have joined. There we go, yes. Oh no, wait a minute. Hey, it worked!
Yeah, you're just not printing out your message twice.
Yeah, that's fine. Let's go! It worked!
There we go, nice. Woohoo! Yes, we got it, woohoo!
Take that Prof -1 away from the scoreboard. I want to see that anytime soon. There we go. It works. Ladies and gentlemen,
noob. All right, noob. We need a new ranking, noob. What's the final score? Just keep in mind you might get banned.
For +1. There we go. Yes.
Prof +1. Okay, good boy.
Java no match for this programmer. But okay. So what have we learned today? That Java is confusing as hell, and that you need to wrap your streams and writers and readers and writers and input stream and output stream and too many streams all over the place. Why is it not just a single read command?
Try catch. You gotta try shit, catch shit, and catch other stuff.
Yeah, a lot of try catch, a lot of very local exception handling, which I also don't like. But hey, it works. It's much shorter than the C++ version, that's for sure. Remember when we needed to bind, connect, blah blah blah, deal with the OS? Oh my god, that was painful.
Send me that version of your file that works so that I can include it with the with the program.
for sure. Where we?
And I'll
there we
update
go.
I'll update the repo.
Yeah. Okay. Bam. TCP client. Yeet it over. Nice.
Hell yeah!
So there
Noob.
we go. Nice. So that was very clean. That's really nice. Yeah, I worked with. Yeah, well. In my defense, he was prepared. I was not.
How
I did it
prepared was he?
off the cuff, but this is really nice. And this is a similar API as the, raw Unix system call API. Of course, in Windows it's a little bit different, but overall it works decently well.
No,
And hey,
go
I didn't need
implement.
IntelliJ to write this.
Go implement the entire IRC spec now.
Oh, we have a special thing coming where we both we did our own thing. So him, Prof, myself, and Override took on a challenge where I wrote it in Java, he wrote it in C, Prof wrote it in C++, and Override I think wrote it in OCaml. But we all decided to take on grep and rewrote grep in our quote native language,
Nice.
which was a
That
fun
actually
little
sounds like a lot of
project.
fun.
Oh, it was a hell of a lot of fun, except my grep works with recursive. It doesn't work without recursive, and Prof doesn't have recursive, but it's fun.
Now, here's a fun
Yeah.
little challenge. If you're doing this server client architecture, why don't you make the server and client in different languages and make them interoperable?
Oh, because the initial
Yeah,
point
well,
was
we
Prof.
already did that a
Prof.
while ago, where we wrote.
Yeah, we wrote something in Rust and C++ as well, and
Yeah, we rewrote the client in C++ a long time ago. That's already on the.
this was more of Prof wanted to learn Java, so we decided to write.
Yeah.
Decided to screw around with
Yeah, they
Java.
want to learn Java without Spring. Emphasis on the without Spring part.
So we raw dogged this and turned out pretty well.
Yeah, it's interesting design concept. Obviously, like if you remember the C++, instead of doing all these stream readers or whatever, these weird classes which you can't figure out which class you're supposed to use. In C++, in the system call implementation, you get a file descriptor, and then you can use various system calls on that file descriptor to do various sorts of things.
Jesus.
But hey, so I guess that's it for tonight. Next time we're gonna do some vimming, huh?
So, do you have any other questions for me, Prof, about the project, about the code, about Java?
I mean, this is a really cool opportunity to take a look at the Java networking library, which again is different from language to language. And I guess the last thing we could check out is to take a look on. Do I have S trace? No, I don't have D trace.
Oh, I just figured we were wrapping things up. I was just gonna wrap it up with if you had any questions, and then I was gonna let people know what we plan to do.
Yeah, maybe
time.
the last thing I wanna. I wanna check out is what does this thing do under the hood, right? So let me take a look if I can.
Pulling back more curtains, looking at the magic.
Yeah. Let me see. I think I didn't install S trace. Is that a? No.
That's another video that we did too, Hayden. Was we did a thing where we pulled back the curtain on Spring Boot, and
Yeah, that was nice.
through the use of
Let me run the server once again.
through the use of AOT, we were able to just build the project, generate all of the magic that files that Spring did, the concrete implementations, and we were able to take a deep dive into the actual concrete classes that Spring made.
Target TCP client, localhost 42069.
Operation
Interesting. So this is all the
time
system. Yeah, that's the oh my god, that's the runtime doing stuff. Yeah, the runtime is just yeah, just checking. Interesting. Let me see. There any like open on the sock or whatever? Welcome. Okay, right. Welcome to Midnight TCP. That's fine. IOCTL. Read. Okay, that there's the read. Oh, it's using KQ. Nice. They actually implemented it properly. They actually implemented it more properly than on Linux. I'm surprised. Wow.
That's clean.
Hell yeah. I mean, this is the same. So if you, I don't know, Hayden, if you watched our C++ TCP server and client stream.
No, I did not.
Yeah. So we wrote the TCP server on FreeBSD, which is what I'm on right now. And we used the native asynchronous I/O interface, and which is on FreeBSD. It's called KQ. By the way, the same KQ stuff also exists on macOS because they yoinked it. And then on Linux, there's I/O Uring, and then we wrote the asynchronous clients using I/O Uring.
Fucking I/O Uring.
Yeah, and it took us like 200 lines to just pass a single. It took us like 200 lines each to just pass a message from server to client. So, and that's it, just a single message.
So gross.
And
it was so gross.
Yeah. But it was informative, let's say. I mean that's what every single language implementation has to do behind the scenes. And as you see here, it is asynchronously waiting. So the virtual threads here are actually being used very well, Hayden, by the way. The virtual threads are actually being unmounted.
What do you mean by unmounted?
So they are being detached from their platform threads while they're blocked.
Oh, I see.
Oh, nice. Well done, Java. I'm impressed. Okay, now we can finish off with me being impressed by Java. That's nice. I love to see that because I know that the C# implementation on why do you have a million nanosleeps? What? Is that how you deal with race conditions? In any case, the C# implementation is less cross-platform and doesn't work as well. It just blocks a thread and it didn't work. Anyways. So yeah, thanks everyone for watching, I guess. And
yes, and next time this old dog is gonna learn a new trick. Prof learned that I became the ancient age of 36 just the other day. So now he's going to test my old dogness, and we're going to learn a new trick. Prof is going to teach me what Vim is, what NeoVim is. I'm going to install NeoVim on my computer. I have never used it before. I have literally more than a decade and a half of experience with IDEs, using nothing but IDEs. I faded away from the whole text editors. So now Prof's going to teach this old dog a new trick, and I'm going to learn NeoVim.
Hell yeah.
That should be exciting.
Well,
I'm going to get caffeinated as hell. It's going to be fun. There's going to be Java everywhere. It's going to be in the computer. It's going to be in my lungs. It's going to be on the wall. It's going to be in the IV. It's going to be everywhere. All right. That said, thank you very much, Prof, for joining me. Thank you, Hayden, for coming in as well. thank you everybody for watching and sticking around through this caffeinated chaos. As always, keep your curiosity open, your skills sharp, and that coffee cup full. I'll catch you in the next one, guys.